Okay, so in the previous session, we discussed that the common base configuration and its input and output characteristics. And from that input and output characteristics, our conclusion is like that common base configuration, it gives a very less input resistance, and common base configuration, it gives a very high uh, in output resistance is there. Okay. And then we discussed that current amplification factor also. Am I right? So this current amplification factor for the common base is generated with a alpha, and which is nothing but the output circuit current IC divided by input circuit current IE. As we know that the IE is always greater than that IC, so that the value of alpha is always less than 1. That's why the common base configuration is not widely used as an amplifier in the practical circuit like that. And now let's try to discuss the next configurations, which is nothing but the common emitter configuration is there. So before that, let me add that one slide. And what the things we discuss about the common base configuration, the same things now we are going to discuss about the common emitter configuration is there. Now all of you please have a look on it. Okay. So here let me write the title, common emitter configuration. Now the title itself gives that the meaning that emitter terminal is common in between the input circuit as well as output circuit. Now, what will be the circuit diagram for common emitter configuration? So to draw that input output characteristics, we need the certain circuit diagram. Now we have to make that emitter terminal as a common. Now see that what is the circuit diagram. First, I will make it circle. As we want that emitter terminal is a common, so I just try to draw the like this. The second, this is that emitter terminal, this is the base terminal, and this is acts as a collector terminal. As we know that one junction is always present in between emitter and base, so let me try to draw. One junction is in between emitter and base, and another junction is present in between collector and base is there. So this is the another one junction is there. Is it right? Now suppose I consider that this is a NPN type of a transistor. Sorry, no, not it's a N. Here the N in the NPN type of a transistor, N is the emitter region, P is the base region, and again N is the collector region. And now we have to draw the arrow in that symbol. For that arrow, we have the two criteria. One is the arrow is always in between emitter and base, and another one is arrow is always pointing P region towards the N region. So this is the direction of the emitter current. So that I can say here in this NPN type of a transistor, emitter current is the outgoing current. And once I say that emitter current is the outgoing current, so definitely the base current and the collector current are the incoming currents. Okay. Now, to make the transistor in that active region, we have to connect the battery in between emitter and the base region, and we know that emitter to base region is always connected in a forward bias, so that the base region is the P region, so we need to connect it to the positive terminal of external battery, and that emitter region is the N region, we have to connect it to the negative terminal of a battery. So here I say that this is a battery VBE, which makes the emitter to base junction in a forward bias. And now another one thing is that as we want to make emitter junction is a common in between input and output, so the second battery we have to connect in between collector and emitter. And how to connect? We have to connect in this way so that collector to base junction acts in a reverse bias. Now the collector junction is the N region. So we have to connect it to the positive terminal of a battery. And as we don't have that another option, so the negative terminal of a battery, we have to connect it to the emitter region here. But as we have connected that N region to the positive terminal, positive terminal, we have connected to that collector region, so that the collector to base junction acts in a reverse bias and that emitter to base junction acts in a forward bias, so that in this case, the transistor acts in a active region. And here, if you observe that the terminal, emitter terminal, we call it's a common terminal. Then, if you observe that the terminal in between that emitter and base, this circuit, we call it's an input circuit, and the circuit which is in between collector and emitter, this circuit, we call it's an output circuit is there. Now, once it is clear that input and output, that everything will be the clear now. So here I can write input circuit, and here I can write output circuit. Now, if you see that the input circuit is in between base and emitter terminals, and the output circuit is in between collector and emitter terminal. Now you can see that emitter terminal is common for both. Get it, my point? Now let's we find the input voltage. The voltage in between the input terminals base and emitter, we call it's an input voltage. It is represented with VBE. The voltage in between that output terminal, that voltage we call it's an output voltage, we can represent with VCE. The current which flows in the input circuit, that current we call it's an input current. And now if you see the diagram, so IB current, it acts as an input circuit current, because IE current is a common in between input and output. Then similarly, the current which flows in that output circuit, that current we call it's an output circuit current. And in this case, IC current, it acts as a output circuit current here. Get it, my point? And then we can try to draw the input characteristic and the output characteristic. Before that, let me try to explain with the block diagram. Now all of you, please once again concentrate here. If I consider that block for NPN type of a transistor, purposefully I will take that the little bit bigger diagram. Here I say that this is the N region, this is the P region, this is the N region. This terminal acts as an emitter, it will act as a base, this will act as a collector. Now we know that in the N region, positive ion layer is present. In the P region, negative ion layer is present. So this is the first junction. We call it a emitter to base junction. Similarly, in the collector to base, again in the P region, the negative ion layer is present. And in the N region, the positive ion layer is present. Okay, so this is the second junction we call collector to base junction. As we know that the emitter junction or the emitter region is the N region, and it is heavily doped. So the large number of free electrons are available in the emitter region, because it is the region which will donate, which will emit the majority carriers. Base region is very lightly doped and it's a very thin, so that a very small number of holes are the majority carriers are present. And the collector region is a moderately dope. It means that sufficient value of electrons are present in that collector region, but the free electrons present in the collector regions is less than that emitter region is there. Okay, and as we have to connect emitter junction as a common in between input and output circuit, so that this emitter to base, it will be acts as an input circuit. and collector to base, collector to emitter, it will act as a output circuit. Just concentrate. Okay, so that input circuit, as we want, we have to connect it in a forward bias, so that the base region we have to connect it to positive, and that emitter region we have to connect it to the negative. So this is a battery VBE. And now you can try to imagine the collector to emitter one battery is that. Just I have shown in this diagram. Okay. Now, if I want to draw that input circuit characteristics, so this input circuit characteristics is drawn in between input circuit voltage. Baga ata konta input circuit voltage? It's a VBE, and input circuit current, I say that it's a IB. For the constant value of output circuit voltage, and that is nothing but VCE, we have to make it as a constant. Similarly, if I want to draw that output circuit characteristics, so these characteristics should be drawn in between output circuit voltage, which is nothing but VCE, and output circuit current, which is nothing but IC. And for that input circuit current, we have to make it as a constant. And now try to concentrate here. Suppose we consider that output circuit voltage is 0. आता इतर या सर्किट डायग्राम मध्ये लक्षात घ्या, जर आता आउटपुट सर्किट व्होल्टेज जर आपण 0 कन्सिडर केलं, तरी देखील इमिटर टू बेस जंक्शन कसा कनेक्ट केलेला आहे? Give me response. How it is connected, emitter to base region? Am I audible? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that emitter to base junction is connected in a forward bias. It means that the case is like that. The PN junction diode is connected in a forward bias. It means that you will get the graph when the forward bias voltage is above the P voltage, you will get the linear change in the current. So this is the graph for VCE is equal to 0. म्हणजे रिव्हर्स बायस व्होल्टेज काय होतं? 0 होतं. आता जर सपोज आपण ते 5 व्होल्ट कन्सिडर केलं तर काय होईल? आता हा ग्राफ लक्षात येणं फार गरजेचं आहे. पहिल्यांदा आपण आउटपुट सर्किट व्होल्टेज 0 कन्सिडर केलं, म्हणजे आउटपुट सर्किट हे ओपन असल्यासारखं ऍक्ट झालं. परंतु आता आउटपुट सर्किट व्होल्टेज 5 व्होल्ट कन्सिडर केलंय, म्हणजे कलेक्टर टू बेस जंक्शन हा रिव्हर्स बायस मध्ये ऍक्ट झाला. 0 व्होल्ट असताना ही त्याची डिप्लिशन लेयर असेल, पण ज्यावेळेस ते आउटपुट सर्किट व्होल्टेज आपण इन्क्रीज करून ते 5 व्होल्ट केलंय, तर त्याचा इफेक्ट विड्थ ऑफ द डिप्लिशन लेयर वरती काय होईल? It will be increases. Yes or no? As we increase the reverse bias voltage, the width of the depletion layer, it will be increases. मग जर width of the depletion layer increase झाली, तर width of the base region, what is the effect on the width of the base region?
Decrease will.
Definitely it will decreases. Effective width of the base region, it will be decreases, and this effect is called as an early effect. And as the base region it will be decreases, it means that definitely the base current it will be also decrease. As we increase the output circuit voltage, the base current it will be decreases, so the graph will be tilted in the right hand side of this curve here. So now if you try to compare the graph for common base configuration and graph for common emitter configuration, the one change you will notice here, in the common base configuration, as output voltage increases, the graph will be tilted towards the left hand side of this 0 graph here. But in the common emitter configuration, the graph will be tilted as the output circuit voltage increases, the graph will be tilted towards the right hand side. And it simply gives that the input resistance, आता जर तुम्ही ग्राफ बघितला तर इनपुट रेजिस्टन्स हा कमीच आहे असं सांगू शकतो. But if I try to compare the input resistance offered by the common emitter configuration and the input resistance offered by the common base configuration, you can notice the thing here. The input resistance of a common emitter configuration is a greater than the common base configuration. कारण common base मध्ये ग्राफ हा इकडे टिल्ट होत होता, म्हणजे करंट मॅक्सिमम वाढत होता. आता कॉमन इमिटर मध्ये ग्राफ हा इकडे टिल्ट होतोय, म्हणजे फॉर द सेम व्हॅल्यू ऑफ इनपुट व्होल्टेज the current will be reduced. This is the change here, and that resistance we can calculate by using the formula Ohm's law. Input circuit voltage divided by input circuit current for the constant value of output circuit voltage, VCE, must be constant. And now in terms of common base configuration, we say that the input resistance is very low, but in terms of common emitter configuration, I use that word low. Get it, my friend? So this is about that input characteristic is there. Now see that output characteristics. As we say that output characteristics is drawn in between the output circuit voltage and that output circuit current. And now I consider that IB is equal to 0. If IB is equal to 0, it means that no current will flow through the input circuit. It means that that input circuit, it acts just like a open or reverse. Get it, my point? It will be acts like a open or reverse bias, so that the no current will flow through that. And already collector to base junction is connected in a reverse bias. Get it, my point? Means when I say that IB is equal to 0, both the junctions connected in a reverse bias, and in this case the transistor, it works in a cut off region. And we know that as the collector to base junction is still present in a reverse bias, in the reverse bias the current will flow, and that current is almost constant. It will not depend upon the reverse bias voltage. So here I say that this is the graph for IB is equal to 0, and this is the region where both the junctions are acts in a reverse bias, so that this region I say that it is the cut off region. And the current flowing in the collector to base junction, that current we call it's a collector leakage current, and in this case this collector leakage current we call it's a I to the base CEO. बघा हे काय सांगतो इथं आता करंट हा किंवा ICO. I say that collector leakage current. So as we know that base current is 0, means base terminal is just like open, but collector to emitter, it is closed, and due to this collector to base junction acts in a reverse bias. It means that the current it flows, we call it a leakage current, and that is almost constant, and that is called as a current in between collector to emitter when the base terminal is open. O stands for open. That is called as a collector leakage current. Get it, my point? And now if I assume that another one value for the base current, suppose I say that it's a 10 microampere. Microampere का consider केला कारण तो base current है. The base current is always very small. Now when I say that the base current is there, it means that emitter to base junction is forward bias. कारण त्यातून current flow होतोय, म्हणजे emitter to base junction is a forward bias, and collector to base junction in a reverse bias. It means that now the transistor, it works in an active region. And in that active region, when I say that the base current is a 10 ampere, as the base current is present, it means that the collector current, it will be reduced. Before that, the base current is 0. What is our equation for IE? IE is nothing but IB plus IC. पहिल्यांदा IB 0 म्हणलो आपण, म्हणजे emitter current is equal to collector current. But now that IB is present, it means that the collector current, it will be reduces for the value of this one, and we will have such types of graph here. So this is for IB is equal to 10 microampere. And now this is not the flat line, it is little bit inclined line is there. it means that the collector current, it increases as we increase the base current here. And it indicates that the output resistance of common emitter configuration is greater than the common base configuration, and that resistance you can calculate by using the Ohm's law, VCE divided by IC for the constant value of IB. And here I say that output resistance is high. I will not say that it's a very high, it becomes the high because it just almost equal to that flat line is there. That's why we say that output resistance is high is there. Get it, my point? So it's my request to you, please take a screenshot of it. Take it. Give me
Yes,
response.
sir.
Okay. And now see this graph, see this circuit diagram. It's the same circuit diagram, but just you can observe here the voltmeter and that ammeter is added just for the measurement of voltage and the current. Okay. Now, if you see that here that base current, it will act as a input circuit current. This is acts as a input circuit current, and the collector current, it acts as a output circuit current. So this is nothing but I say that input circuit, and this one is I say that it's an output circuit. The rest of the things is it's a same. Okay. So here you will get the graph. Now you can observe that VC is equal to 0. Then when the output circuit voltage increases, the graph is tilted in this direction for common emitter configuration. And for common base configuration, as the output circuit voltages, the graph is tilted in this direction. This is the difference between them. Get it, my point? Again, you can see that this is the formula for the input resistance. And now if you see that for IB is equal to 0, this is the cutoff region, and that current we call it's a ICEO. It's a dealer signal. Yes, it is given. ICEO. Get it, my point? And as compared to the common base, these are not flat lines. These are little bit inclined line. It means that the collector current is slightly increases as we increase the output circuit voltage, so that the output resistance, I say that it's quite greater than the common base configuration is there. And now the last point, if you try to remember for the common base configuration, we discussed that the current amplification factor, which is denoted by the letter alpha for common base CB, and this is for CE configuration, the current amplification factor is denoted by the letter beta. And what is the current amplification factor? Which is nothing but output circuit current to the input circuit current. And now in the common emitter configuration, output circuit current is a IC, because emitter current is a common, and the input circuit current is a IB. Get it, my point? Now in the common base configuration, how to remember that? Please check it. In the common base configuration, the base current is a common. So definitely it will not comes in that output circuit current or input circuit current. So the output circuit current is a IC, and that input circuit current is a IE. And that's why we say that alpha is always less than 1. But now here, if you observe that the denominator part is a IB, base current, which is always very, very small. And the IE is approximately IC. So can I say that the value of a beta is always far greater than 1? Get it, my point? And the value of a beta, it is observed that is in the range of 20 to 200. And that's why I say that CE configuration is most widely used configuration for the current amplification circuit. I say that most widely used. Get it, my point? So this is the reason. This is the reason because alpha is always less than 1, and here I say that beta is always greater than 1 is that. Get it my point? And now these are the two things I say, that the common base configuration and the common emitter configurations. But now the next part is the common collector configuration. It is never used. It is never used in the amplification circuit, because it is expected that for amplifier circuit, now I will give that the one reason. So when I say that the transistor when I say that the transistor, actually this word is the combination of two things. One is transfer and second thing is resistor. Baga, transistor. Get it my point? It means that as we know that the basic application of transistor is nothing but the amplifier circuit. And when the signal can be amplified, when the signal can be transferred from low resistance path to high resistance path, then the signal, it will be transferred or it will be amplified. And now if you try to concentrate in a common base configuration, input resistance is very less and output resistance is very high. It means that definitely the signal can be transferred from low resistance to the high resistance. So this will be the valid configuration for the amplification. Similarly, if you see that the common emitter configuration, then the input resistance is low and that output resistance, I say that it's a high. So again, in that case also the signal can be transferred from low resistance to the high resistance. So the common emitter configuration is also widely used. But this is also the valid configuration for the current amplification is there. But now for the common collector configuration, it is exactly reverse. Input resistance is high and the output resistance is a low. That's why this configuration, it never be used in the amplifier circuit is that. Get it my point? Okay. Now, if that meeting will be end automatically, please rejoin it very fast. Okay, because I have to finish that some little part here. And now, all of you, please try to see that, because we are not going to discuss the common collector configuration, but we will discuss that the little bit think about that common collector configuration is there. So now see that what is that thing here. So let me give that the label. It's a common collector configuration. We will not discuss in detail because as it is not used. Okay, so here I say that this is the collector region, as we want to make it as a common. This is the base, this one is the emitter. So that emitter to base is a one junction, collector to base junction is another one junction. That arrow, I say that it's N, P, N type of resistor. So this is that arrow. So that emitter current is outgoing current, base current is the incoming current, and collector current is also incoming current is there. Okay, let me do it. Okay, now if you see that the input circuit for the collector to base is a this one acts as an input circuit and this one acts as an output circuit. But if you observe that collector to base is always connected in a reverse bias, as we want the transistor in the active region. So it is always connected in a reverse bias. It means that this P region we have to connect it to negative terminal and this N region we have to connect it to the positive. I say that it's a battery VBC. And the emitter to base is always connected in a forward bias. It means that N region must be connected to negative, and as we don't have that option, so that P region we have to connect it to this N region here. So I say that it's a battery VEC. But now if you observe that input circuit is connected in a reverse bias and the output circuit is connected in a forward bias, it means that input circuit resistance, as it is connected in a reverse bias, so definitely it provides the high resistance, and the output circuit, as it is connected in a forward bias, it means that it gives that the low resistance is here. And that's why what is the expected thing for that amplification? The input circuit must be low and the output circuit must be high. That's why this configuration is never used in the current amplification circuit. But why I just keep this diagram in front of you? Because maybe for that university exam, the current amplification factor, Now, in the common collector configuration, this current amplification factor is denoted by gamma, alpha, beta, gamma, and the output circuit current. Now you can observe that it's a IE here, and the input circuit current, it's a IB here. As the value of a gamma is also greater than 1, but its input resistance is a high and the output resistance is a low. So that's why this is a not suitable configuration for current application. Get it my point? So please take a screenshot of it. Taken?
Yes, sir. Taken.
Okay. And now, this is the very, very important slide for your university exam for MCQ type of a question here. If you have this slide, more than 36 MCQ you can prepare from this slide is there. So it's my request. So you please always keep this slide along with you is there always. Okay. So now see that here I just prepare that one comparison point, common base, common emitter, and the last one is a common collector configuration is there. Okay. First comparison point is a common terminal. In common base, then emitter, and then it's a collector is there. And now see that the input resistance and output resistance. आता दुसरा आणि तिसरा comparatively आपण घेणार आहोत, एकदम घेणार आहोत. Okay. For common base, input resistance is very low, output resistance is very high. For common emitter, input resistance is a low, output resistance is a high. And for common collector, exactly reverse, high and low. And from that, the total 6 MCQs are formed. Please check it. So if you have the chart, definitely you can write it down, anything here. Second is the current gain. Now in current gain, how to remember that? For common base, it's alpha, common emitter beta, common collector gamma. And output circuit current. आता ज्यावेळेस कॉमन बेस आपण म्हणतोय म्हणजे बेस करंट कॉमन आहे, म्हणजे तो या सर्किट मध्ये आउटपुट सर्किट मध्ये पण येणार नाही आणि इनपुट सर्किट मध्ये पण येणार नाही, म्हणजे या रेशो मध्ये कधीही कॉमन IB येणार नाही. मग राहिले कोणते दोन करंट, IC आणि IE. But we know that output circuit is a collector current and input circuit is the emitter current, IC upon IE, so that it is always less than 1. Now beta, it's a common emitter, means IE current is a common, तो त्याच्यात येणार नाही या रेशो मध्ये. So that IC upon IB, so that beta is always greater than 1. And that alpha is the common collector, so IC current will not comes here, and this is also greater than 1 is there. Then you can try to remember that the voltage gain, then current gain, the phase relation, and then these 4 factors you can remember as compared to the circuit diagram is there. And that application, common base, it can be used as a preamplifier. common emitter, it can be used as an audio amplifier, and this will not use as an amplifier, but it will use for the little bit different type of application. We call it impedance matching. Forget about that, but you just try to remember this thing is there. Is it that clear? So all of you, please take a screenshot of it. Taken?
Yes, sir, taken.
Okay. And now see that the relation between alpha and beta. बघा आता ते रिलेशन कसं काढायचं, हे पण रिलेशन्स तुम्हाला एमसीक्यू टाइप साठी विचारलं जाऊ शकतं. As you know that alpha is nothing but the output circuit current IC upon IE, and for common emitter configuration the beta is nothing but IC upon IP. So as we have that relation, IE is equal to IC plus IP. This is the main relation for every type of a transistor. Now we know that alpha is nothing but IC upon IE, and that IE is nothing but what? IC upon IP. So if I try to divide numerator and denominator by IB, then IC upon IB divided by IC upon IB plus IB upon IB. But IC upon IB, this ratio is nothing but beta. So that alpha is equal to beta upon 1 plus beta or beta plus 1, nothing but the same thing. So this is the relation in terms of alpha and beta is that. Again, आता इथं जसं अल्फाचं रिलेशन घेऊन आपण बीटाच्या फॉर्म मध्ये काढलं, आता तसं बीटाचं रिलेशन घेऊन ते अल्फाच्या फॉर्म मध्ये काढू शकतो. As you know that beta is nothing but IC upon IB. बघा. And by using this equation, can I replace IB is nothing but IE minus IC? बरोबर आहे. मग आता जर मी हे रिलेशन घ्यायचं असेल तर मला दोन्ही numerator and denominator we have to divide by IE. So this ratio IC upon IE, and again this ratio IC upon IE is nothing but the alpha, and here we got that relation beta is equal to alpha upon 1 minus alpha. Get it, my point? So with this, again that once one point is remained about that the transistor, but now I want to stop here because this next point I will try to